I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero Dale, get my baby 35. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. I'm on the road, I'm getting paid like what you want, baby. You a bougie, baby, but I love you, baby. Give you the world, baby. Pay $5 grand for a handbag like Saint Laurent, baby. We love that money, baby. 100,000 plus 100,000 my whip. 30,000 plus 30,000 my wrist. We got those bad, that's I swear, baby, it was just kiss, that's it. How could I forget that you done for me? Baby, gonna take the charge and take the fall for me. Would love to take you shopping, but I'm in your town. Sorry, little mama, I can give you more. Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing right now. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero Dale, get my baby 35. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah.
Gotta hit him on the jack. When you coming back, where's you at on the map? Everything is intact. Could've been a seamstress, still wouldn't cut him slack. Pretty much ain't got a clue. Itty bitty piggyback off everything I do. But I'm still dropping. Got him looking like James Harden at the awards. Back to you, I'm so into you. For real, bread, like I'm kin to you. If you a 10, I add 10 to you. They be mad when I 10 to you. That's what the bay like. Call me Buffy, cause that's what I slay like. These, I sun them like it's daylight. These wanna know what it's like. What it like, yo, what it like, yo. They wanna know what it's like, yo. All this ice is like snow. Get kimonos and let's fly to Tokyo. Pretty, pretty, please, baby, won't you pop this for me?
I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing right now. I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero Dale, get my baby 35. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Yeah. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's he said it's a them pretty. You look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Buffalo Bills and the Indianapolis Colts. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a play fake here on first down. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run with Hines. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. On 1st and 10, Locke. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. That goes for a gain of 31.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner, toughness in the pocket, strong and stout, but let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. Here's Hines. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Luck now on 2nd down. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in the first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So after the INT, it's Allen. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. To the air. Allen. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Detroit! They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Play action. Now it's Allen sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the Colts coming out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Indy. 56 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. DeJuan Smoot in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Here's Luck. Buying time to his left. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. This quarterback now already at 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
After the interception, it's Love. He's going to let this one go deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back to the air, Luck on 2nd down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing.
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Allen. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Fielded at the 20. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
675.
From the gun, here's Luck. And he's got his man Hilton. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Luck able to find Hilton there for a Colt first down. Now a play fake, and it's Luck. Complete to Hilton. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Luck going to keep it on the sneak. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
After the run, Luck going to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Second and 10, Luck again. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, easy. 59. Hurry.
Out of the gun, Luck. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This is Perry. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Allen. And this is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something.
Heads up. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Dewan Smoot in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Luck. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Dewan Smoot in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. And this is going to be incomplete. 1 minute, 53 ticks left to go in this first half. Here's Brett Kern now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Allen looks to throw on second down. Throw left side, complete to Foster. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A gain of 32 that time. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They've got it first and goal at the 6. They run with Perry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And another timeout taken by the Colts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On play action, Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, it's just not as much space.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. As his guys are in for 6. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
Detroit! Detroit!
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And this will be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Allen again here on second and 10. He's going to air one out. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now it's Parker. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust it.
Now a hit and Locke lost the football. It's out. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. So we've reached halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in this. Going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On first down, Allen. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 38. The rookie Allen sharp on this drive as he leads his guys up 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Operating from the red zone now. Allen looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Foster. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Robert Foster, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills will extend their lead. Now the try here for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up there. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down, escaping the pressure right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Detroit!
From the gun, it's Allen. And he gets this out to Foster on the right side. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The left side completion to Jones. The Bills passing game, getting them down the field. They've got another first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Perry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Allen from the gun. He'll throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pinned their ears back.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now Luck. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now it's Lockett. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now out come the Bills. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Bills on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Allen. Flushed out right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected. They needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's some... And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it's definitely an or not.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He lets it fly for Rocket. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Throwing is Allen on third. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Look, and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Deion Kane. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 coverage.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a 1st down throw. Lock. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Stephon Anthony in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Desperation time for Luck on 4th down. Dancing to his left. And this is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Now Perry. Shifts past him. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
To throw on 2nd down. Allen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Allen now on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I like his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. Luck now to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Luck now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. This is Hines. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Luck. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dewan Smoot in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Caught left side by Hilton. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open. It became an easy touchdown pass.
The point after is good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now they'll run it on the toss. A nice little juke. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. The Bills on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Perry. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, Locke. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him out.
And now here's another interception. Picked off here, the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. A road win in the National Football League. Charles